Welcome to Takshashila Gurukul channel. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe immediately, press the bell button and write your comments and feedback. Share with your friends as much as possible. We provide online Kundalini Raja Yoga initiation and Kundali activation in 6 months.
30. Peaceful manifestation. Instruction. As worry flows away, doubt, as illusions leave, peace, the Tripurantika said to Shanmukha. Shanmukha gazed at the lotus feet of Pashupati, shining with the light of a billion suns, and bowed his head, saying, O Parameshana, you should teach me the manifestation of peace, I will be grateful. Kartikeya was astonished. Lord Shiva smiled and taught him the manifestation of peace, which was acceptable to the community. Peace removes the bonds of attachment, removes the smell of the finished picture, removes the doubts of the mind, makes one not distant from Brahman. Peace is peace. The Upanishads say that peace is the means for liberation from the world. Amama, the Vedantas, desiring the destruction of sorrow, worship the true self, united in peace and harmony. O Shanmukha, what I am saying is not a statement of words, but a statement of the Shruti. Peace is a powerful tool. Listen with your mind that there is truth. Peace is the destruction of all evils, the removal of suffering. By it, all evils and illusions are destroyed. Peace is all auspicious, the source of all happiness. Peace is the source of complete bliss. It is a wedge for thieves, a thorn for liars, a scorpion for the deniers, a thorn for the pretentious, and no false speech. Peace is that which is not at all conceited. 6. Situations in which one should remain at peace. If others cause trouble, if a serious illness strikes, if those at home quarrel, if poverty comes, if famine strikes, if there is no food, that is the peace in which one remains in a natural state without getting angry. When the people of the house are knocking and banging their heads, without looking at oneself, without asking about their well-being, without worrying about the death of one's children, that is the peace in which one remains steadfast in the daily life without getting angry. If one repays good with evil, if one slanders excessively, if one reveals something secret, if thieves steal one's belongings out of kindness, that is the peace in which one remains in a state of witness. When thieves attack him, his body is worn out with decay. All the people of the village become his companions. Someone says, "Chi," to him. When a grievous deed that should not have happened comes and goes, it is natural for him to be generous and forgiving. When troubles come all around, when a tiger, a bear, or a snake join his body, when a king punishes him, when butchers rob him of his livelihood on the way, it is natural for him to remain calm in these circumstances. When he sees his wife committing adultery, he turns away. Shanta will happily help her, and he will think that Shiva himself is Chandigarh and will enjoy himself by dressing up as a woman. The husband is naturally peaceful when he does not see an adulterer, when he tolerates an unbearable situation, when he thinks his enemies are his friends, when he sees someone who betrays his wife. He is not a distant witness. If someone betrays him, he does not cling to it and is untainted. When he does something that should not be done, he sees it with a sense of witness and is peaceful. If someone who gave him swallows the lump and says to the giver, "What did you give me? Swear that you gave it to me," he does not turn around and speak harshly to him, but says, "What I gave has reached the Supreme Lord. I did not give it to you," and when he is naturally happy, that is the sign of peace. By divine decree, the earth and its borders are destroyed, one's house is destroyed, one's relatives are separated from one's family, one's friends are not coming home, and one's hair is not torn when the great planets like Saturn are sent to haunt one. When one is poisoned, when one suffers great loss in business, when one's children are dragging one in old age, when one's wife is crying, when one has no money in hand for expenses, in such cases one is, naturally, calm. When one does not ask, who, to make a sectarian distinction, how did they do this to them? One is calm and remains silent. When one puts half a morsel in one's mouth, when someone criticizes him, when one sees them, here they are, and so on, one is calm and does not discriminate. One does not know beforehand what worry is. One is very happy and natural. These are the characteristics of a calm person. Seeing those who are dying, by taking poison, Shanta says, don't die. Kartike, I myself will die, by taking Kalakuta poison, and I will not object. That is not what he says, but he is the witness of everything at all times. This is Shanta. If someone, who is not like him, gets angry and says, shouldn't you die? Shanta does not get angry and says, you are a great God. If you love my life, take it, let my life remain your life. My life is not mine, it is the property of the Supreme Soul. He is ready to die with joy. The absence of fear of death is the sign of peace. In oneness, that is, in the undivided state of the Supreme Soul itself, there is no fear, there is peace. 19. Peace is the sign of a Siddha and the achievement of a Sadhaka. My son, to remain in peace like this is the penance of a Sadhaka. Since there is no peace, the penance of a Siddhaka has no name. Any aspirant must first be peaceful. Santhavire Sakshit Eva Paramatma, where there is peace, there is penance, knowledge, devotion, abstinence, courage, silence. Peace is liberation from life. Peace does not come simply without achievements. Raja Yoga, chapter 26, should be achieved until peace dwells within, without being confined to one's home. Peace is penance. Penance is peace. When an aspirant does penance in the pursuit of the truth that is left behind, his penance itself is fruitful and peace is felt. Only those who can remain peaceful by placing their faith in the Supreme Brahman are called peaceful, liberated, married, and supremely knowledgeable. They will naturally wear peace and enjoy it all the time. O son, the brave and the Aruksa must have peace. You, put on peace and become the king of Dharuni. Stay away from odors. The elephant of happiness is the vermilion elephant of the world, said Lord Shiva. Why do you take the trouble to destroy the mind and spoil many smells? This world is your pleasure, that is the destruction of the mind. This awareness is continuous, all smells themselves are destroyed, the destruction of the smell is salvation. This should not be said to those who speak one way and another, those who play with flowers, those who gamble, and those who speak evil and unjust words like dogs and pigs. In this way, Shiva taught Shanmukha the peace of life and consciousness. While listening to this, the son was filled with joy, saying, O God, protect me, O merciful one. He meditated on Sri Chidanandatma Guruvara with one heart.